Hey everybody, we are teaching Vermillion, and this time we're going to take a look at the Dagger Brush. This is a new brush that was added in March 2022, and it gives you a different shape of your brush with a few different ways of using it. So we're going to switch to the headset mode and go to the rack and grab this Dagger Brush and see how it's going to be used on the canvas. So hang on to your seats, we're going to go to headset view. So here we are at the rack, and this guy right in the center, this is our Dagger Brush tool. Now, like with most tools, if I do my controller thumb left and right, you can see how it changes between the white smooth brush and the brown bristly brush. So this is the bristle Dagger Brush, as opposed to the smooth Dagger Brush. And it's called Dagger because that pointed shape that the brush uses. Now, if I use my thumb control up and down, that does indeed make this brush bigger and smaller. Both the Dagger Brush and the smooth brush can be controlled in size. Now, like the other brushes, the bristle and the smooth are considered completely different brushes. So if you have colored paint or if you change the size, you can see how the smooth and the bristle remember their own separate sizes, will remember their own separate colors. So when I grab the palette over here, we're going to have the bristle brush be in red and the smooth brush be in green. And we'll see how they work on the canvas. Now the shape of the brush right there, if you just touch the very tip, you can have a thin line. But if you press the whole thing, you get a thick line. So yes, you can use this almost like a calligraphy pen to give you thinner or thicker lines depending on how you stroke it. The bristle brush is the same way, but as you brush, you're going to see those bristly lines a lot more. If you go over it, you can blend it together, but you get a much more scratchy kind of line with a bristle brush. Visually, you can see as you run out of paint, it runs out of paint on the brush. And we'll get a little more of the orange paint here, red paint on the bristle. Smooth is in green, and again, if you use it a lot, too much, you'll run out. We can see a little bit up here. We could also add it back in and get a full brush again and go in with some more. Smooth brush does a nice smooth blend, whereas the bristle version does indeed more of a scratchy kind of blend. And the size of your brush will indeed give you the size of your bristly or smooth. There we go. So the smooth Dagger Brush, a lot of people like it because that combined with the smooth motion, disable hand stabilizer, the tip gives you a good thing, for example, to signing your painting. Let's make it very small. And now I can do a nice little bonsai zap type of signature using just the point of that brush. The bristly version tends to spread out a little too much to make it a nice clear signature. But you can see how this brush can give you a nice controlled line, very similar to a rigger brush, but instead of being the same consistency the whole way through, the Dagger Brush gives you a little bit of variation in the line. Now the other nice thing we can do with this is the shape of the brush lets us sort of tap and give us almost a triangular or leaf shape to the brush. So if I'm doing a bush or a fish or a bird, let's get this all and then go to a smaller size, turn off our smoothing, There we go. So you can see how just tapping with the tip can give us these leaf shapes, these comma shapes, good for leaves or scales on a fish. You're going to want to practice with this to get it consistent, but this dagger brush can give you a unique brush stroke on the canvas, depending on the type of pattern and texture you're trying to make. The dagger brush, I'm going to go to a larger size and do those same type of gestures. Showing you how the tapping of the brush can give you different effects on the page. Now, if I go to a place with color and bring in different colors, it's not quite enough for it to really blend. Now we're starting to pick up and mix the green in, giving almost a brown. So the shape of the dagger brush can give us these cool, interesting brush strokes. Let's go back to headset view and wrap up. Let's put that down, and we'll see you back in our studio view. So this dagger brush with its pointy shape can be used to give you pointy shapes on your brush strokes, as well as a calligraphy style of stroke that changes its width depending on how you stroke with this cool new brush. Dagger Brush. Let us know in the comments below if you have any questions or if you have trouble getting some of these effects for yourself. You really want to spend some time playing with this on a blank canvas. Don't use it on your best painting right away, but really get some practice with it so you understand how to control the point versus the flat, the shape of the brushstroke itself. Dagger Brush. Cool new tool in Vermillion, the oil painting app for VR. Thanks for joining us, everybody. We'll see you next time. Feel free to subscribe to our channel here at Shameless Mayhem. Also, you can find us directly within the Vermillion app under bookmarks for your helpful tutorials. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Have fun.